Hi guys. So it's like, he's gonna go lay down. It's like 9 o'clock Monday morning. I'll keep the camera on him. Excuse me. If you can't tell, I'm still ill. I actually had to take my kid to school today. Here in Lubbock, well, here in Texas, because her school's not actually in Lubbock. But here in Texas, the high school, at least here in Lubbock, the Friendship School District, the high school has what they call late start Mondays. So instead of school starting at like exactly 9 o'clock like it always does, it always starts at like 9:40, 9:30, something like that. So on Mondays, she likes to sleep in, and seeing that she's a straight A student and she works basically full time, to the point that like her boss's boss was in there the other day. We had a situation where she got promoted, but then she got demoted, and it wasn't because of anything she did. It's because she's 17. And like somebody at another store here locally decided that they were going to be vindictive because their store is not the best, is not rated the best store in Lubbock. They thought they'd be vindictive since they found out she'd been promoted to manager, and called the big gurus up there. So basically went over the manager, the manager's manager, and then the district, like the regional and the district managers, had went to corporate. And corporate got involved, did their little investigation, came back and told the regional and district that they had to demote her just simply because of her age. But she's been validated and everything to be a shift manager. So anyway, the district manager was in, she's just telling me the district manager was in a couple days ago, and the person they promoted from a different store into that store, he's causing a lot of issues, and that's the guy that they put in her spot. And honestly, I kind of think it's that guy who ratted her out to corporate. But anyway, he's a real jerk to my daughter. Like, she'll come home, she used to love to go to work. Now, when she's working a shift and he's the manager that night, oh, no. She comes home either fuming or in tears. That's how bad this guy is. So, anyway, the good news is that the district manager was in, and he was getting something to eat, and then she was working. And he asked her again when her birthday was, which is May 26th, and that's when she'll be 18. And he looked her dead in the eye and said, I can't wait till that day because of the miscommunication between corporate, the regional manager, and the district manager. My daughter has been promised, and since she went through all the training and the testing and everything, and she's validated as a shift manager, they said that on her 18th birthday, she will be promoted again. So it's an automatic promotion she gets when she's 18. But that's because she's done the work for it. It's not like, oh, you're 18, so we're going to promote you. She did the work for it. And she's still one of the managers that's there, that she enjoys going to work when he's working. I'm not going to use names, but anyway, he'll let her, the boss, the district boss, they confirmed it with corporate, regional boss confirmed it with corporate, that it was okay that as long as she wasn't the shift manager, if the manager that night wanted to kind of let her take over his responsibilities, but not be the shift manager in name, and of course not do the closing part, which was the only issue with her age, is the closing by herself. But, running, basically she could run the shift up till they close, and then at close till they were finished cleaning, then that was the regular shift manager's job. But anyway, they said that would be okay, so that way she keeps her skills as shift manager up to date. So that was a big yay. I'm glad to hear that today. We're actually, since I absolutely had to come out, I mean, honestly, guys, my plan is I really want to just go home and go back to bed. That's how bad I'm feeling. I'm also, I don't know, I guess you could say I'm stressed out because, well, money. There's just never enough money. And here in Lubbock, the power company that we have, they have a monopoly, so I can't switch to a different power company. And they're trying to charge me $400 for a deposit because their system screwed up and didn't automatically deduct the money the last 2 months out of my account. And that was due on Saturday. And of course, it was, do I pay the money that I had? Do I pay that on rent? Or do I pay the electric? Well, I'd rather have, why have electricity if you don't have a roof over your head? So now I gotta call and yell at the electric company. And of course, none of this stress is helping me with my heart. With my health, or any of that. I'm starting to actually have issues with my heart again. So I'm gonna have to call my cardiologist because I'm starting to feel it again. And I know what it is. I'm trying to de-stress my life, but that's just not working. But anyway, so I don't know, like the other night, the real reason why I decided to talk to y'all, well, one is to make this video more than just dumpster diving at one dumpster. But it was also because the other night I did, basically a bucket list when I started having issues with my heart again. I decided to do what I call a bucket list, but it's a wish bucket list. So it's a bucket list of things that I want, but I know that are probably not feasible right now in my life. I mean, not unless I won the Powerball or something. But I was shocked. If y'all should do this. Sit down, get a piece of paper, and write down your wish bucket list. Just anything that you really, really, with, all your heart, really would want. It doesn't have to be just for you. Like, for me, my bucket list, the first thing on there is to buy a house so I can be a first-time home buyer. But, my husband and I, we've been trying for years, but our credit is so bad because we both had our identity stolen. And it just, once that happens, it takes forever if you're never getting your identity back, basically. But anyway, so, yeah, first was to buy a home. My second one was to buy a brand new car. Every car I've ever had has been like a used car or a hand-me-down car. I've never had just a brand new car for myself, like right off the lot, brand new car. I would love to have a brand new car, not just for me, but one for my husband and one for my daughters, each of my daughters. So one for Bree and one for Allie. Especially Bree, I'd like to get her a nice Nissan Rogue or something, like a little SUV, sports SUV. So then that way, because she's got the grandbaby, But I'd like everyone to have a car. I'd like to be able to pay off all my bills that are outstanding, actually get caught up on my bills, and to also have some money put aside in savings. Which I think is everybody's, deal right now, is they would rather have all their bills caught up and their savings, and have a savings, which we don't. We're paycheck to paycheck and we're barely scraping by. But then I went on and, okay, hold on. Let's go to Bath and Body Works since we're right here. We'll go to Bath and Body Works. We'll take a peek real quick if we can. And then, oh, sorry, baby, I'm scared. And then, I'll tell you the rest of them. Oh, Lord. Okay. Hopefully no one got here last night. Hopefully I can get a candle or two. Being sick, I really would like some candles. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Wow, I never realized how dark this dumpster is if the top lids aren't open. Somebody said that there's nothing in it. Somebody got what was in it. Oh, poop. You got all excited. That was my head. Okay. It's toasty vanilla chai. It's got stuff all over it, so it looks like it might have been in a bag with lotions and stuff. But there's stuff in it. It's a little tester. It's either a tester of hand sanitizer or lotion or hand soap. But anyway, we'll check this one and then we'll, I guess, be on our way. And I'll talk to you on the way home. Oh, I'm really nauseous, guys. I probably should not have done this, to be honest with you. It's like empty. Oh man. You're like, you didn't find nothing? Okay. Whoa. That was just bad. I'm sorry, guys. I really am sorry. I'm not sure what the heck is wrong with me. They tell me, I called my doctor's office and they said it sounds like just the cold or the flu. And I can't, but it sounds like a virus they can't give me an antibiotic for. And, what really stinks is if it's the flu, you know, the doctors say, I talked to my doctor, he goes, well, you got the flu shot this year, right? I looked at him, I went, no. Well, he goes, well, then it's probably the flu. When I was talking to him, he goes, well, then it's probably the flu. You should have gotten a flu shot. And I swear to God, my doctor, he forgets things too easily. And he's not that old of a man. I can't get the flu shot. I'm actually allergic to the flu shot. And it's not the eggs in the flu shot. It's something man-made in the flu shot. The last time I got the flu shot was when they changed the formula so that the people who were allergic to eggs could actually get the flu shot. And, yeah, I ended up in the hospital in ICU. To the point that the flu shot almost actually killed me, guys. It's not good. It's really not good. Of course, and then he does my blood tests and stuff, and he's like, well, your white blood cell count's high, so you're fighting off some type of infection. And then he says, your iron levels are extremely low, like to the point that they're not even registering. My whole life, I've been like that. My iron levels just don't register very well. I mean, it's like to the point of I'm so what they consider iron anemic. It's not funny. It really is not funny. But the way my system works, if I take iron supplements or prescription iron pills, I end up in the hospital like really sick, really, really sick. And it's, I mean, it takes a toll on my system. And then my doctor said, well, let's try, this was a few years ago, my doctor said, let's try iron transfusions. Hold on. All right. Trust me right now, you'd rather be looking at trouble than me when I'm talking. That's why I'm doing it this way. So anyway, yeah. So he's like, let's do iron transfusions, see if that works. Well, it worked. It worked to the point that it made me sick in bed for weeks until the iron had completely absorbed and gotten out of my system, which took about 3 weeks because I guess my body processed it very fast. But during those 3 weeks, I was vomiting and it was nasty and I was diarrhea and it was bad. It was bad. So I can't do that. So I just have to live my life as an iron anemic person, which really stinks. So anyway, but my doctor was saying that I need to be in bed, sleeping, resting. But, you know, you can't always do that. But anyway, so we're heading home. I would try Ulta and stuff, but that's just, I'm not in a good headspace for that right now. Like, physically, that was just too much just to go for the candles, so. But anyway, back to what we were originally talking about before we got to Bath & Body Works, which was your bucket list. Okay, so I would think that what I put on, those main ones that I put on my bucket list, you know, I think that's pretty much anybody who's in my position or who's in this world that needs those things. Those would probably be on their bucket list, right? Or want those things. Because I don't need a brand new car because I have a car that works. But I want actually what I want is a brand new pickup for me. But I've always wanted a pickup truck my whole life. I've never actually had one, not even a hand-me-down one. So anyway, but then I thought was interesting is, the next thing on my list was taking a family trip with the kids and the grandbaby and the husband to Disney World and Disneyland. Really, dude? He just jumped in the back. Okay, I'll show you the street for now. I guess he got tired of being on camera. So anyway, hold on. Let me see if I can do it this way. There, now y'all can see him. He's behind me. Excuse my hair. Like I said, I'm just not the best right now. So y'all just please excuse the look. Ugh. Anyway, so I was taking the family. Really? Now he's getting back up front. Hold on, guys. Like, immediately got back up front, laid down like, nothing good. Anyway, so it was taking the family on a vacay. Okay. And then there was my husband and I got married in Vegas over a weekend. My mom watched the girls. That was me and my current husband. My ex-husband, who's my oldest daughter Brianna's bio father, my ex-husband, he and I got married by a court magistrate in his dad's living room. Nothing big, no real aisle or anything, and I was already knocked up with Brianna at the time. It was kind of like a shotgun wedding, but on his dad's end. His dad said, "You're going to marry her because you got her pregnant," type thing. So, yeah. I've never had the dress, or the wedding reception, or the friends and the family, and it's all kind of been almost like, the 2 times I've gotten married was almost like I eloped both times. I would like to have a big wedding with my friends and family. It's basically to renew my vows with my current husband. Because he's just an amazing guy. Couldn't have asked. I wish he'd been my first and only husband, to be honest with y'all. So then there was that. And then, for us to take a honeymoon, him and I take a honeymoon in, like, Europe, like Paris, France. I've always wanted to be, I'm scared to death of heights. I hate planes, but I'll go on them. But I always want to see the Eiffel Tower, but I will never go up in it because I'm scared to death of heights. But I've always wanted to go to Paris, France. I don't know why, but I've always wanted to go to Paris, France. And here's the funny thing. Y'all know that there's towns called Paris all around the United States, right? Well, I had to clarify to my husband when he and I were first together before we got married. I told him, I want you to take me to Paris. And he goes, okay, what Paris? I said, the one with the Eiffel Tower. He said, okay. I didn't specify the country. My fault. So when we went to Vegas to get married, almost 18 years ago, you know, there's the Paris Vegas that has the little mini Eiffel Tower. So we went and we got married, and then we kind of strolled around on the boardwalk, well, you know, on the strip. And he goes, see, I didn't just take you to Paris. I took you to Rome and Venice too, because we went to the Venetian and you know, the Caesars and stuff. I was like, oh man. Well, he promised he'd take me to Paris. I just never specified Paris, France. my dummy. I'm a dummy. I'm telling you. So he did keep his promise, but I would like for him and I to go to Paris, France together. Maybe actually go to Venice. Maybe actually go to Rome. Just, go overseas and take like a European trip. Just a very relaxed, nothing fast-paced. Nothing where we're here for 2 days, then we got to move on. I want some time, a couple months, And I wanted, like I said, when I said I wanted savings, I wanted enough savings so that my husband could retire if he really wanted to. Which, he would, but he probably wouldn't stay retired for very long because he cannot stand not working. And I'll kill him. If he's in the house with me for too long, we're on each other's nerves. So, anyway. But then the more I got into my list, the more I thought it was interesting. I want to meet Ellen DeGeneres. She was the first outly gay person that I had ever heard of, I think. Because even before her TV talk show, she was on a show and she announced there that she was gay as well. So, and she's just I guess she's the one who helped me to always have an open mind, which is why, I've never been very biased on anything. Not against color, which, if my husband's black, so I've never had an issue. I've never seen color or sexual orientation or any of that. So I'd really like to meet Ellen DeGeneres. And then it went on to, I'd also like to meet Drew Barrymore and Jennifer Gardner. And I'd like to meet everyone in the entire cast of Friends. And then Joseph Morgan, which is funny because my husband's name is Joe Morgan. But Joseph Morgan, the dude from Originals. But it was interesting because the more I went through the list, the more I realized that after the main things, the family things, my bucket list for me would be just to meet certain people that I admire. So, yeah, but I thought it was interesting, the people that were, the things that were popping up when I was doing it. So I would advise y'all, go for it. Do yourselves the same as I did. Just do yourself a wish bucket list and see what comes up. It's a very interesting thing. But anyway, if you can tell, we're parked, we're home, and the kitty cat, he wants to go in. And I need to go in and go to bed. So, yeah, so don't forget to, I understand if you don't want to like or share this video, but I would like for you to at least like and share a video. Definitely, y'all, we're at 26 subscribers, so let's get up to that 50 so we can have our contest, for those 2 lucky winners, and then, I am so sorry, guys. Anyway, so then, yeah, subscribe, turn on your bell, your notifications. And if you're out there diving or driving, drive safe and dive safe. Y'all, and Trouble and I, we will see you on the flip side. Baby, you want to say bye? Say bye, everybody. I want to go in the house now. Bye, guys. We'll see you later.